Hello, hello, hello. Happy Centennial! It is your girl V with Share the Tea Tuesdays. Now, Soror Walker, you didn't turn your camera around sideways over there. You tilted this way. She's like, I don't know what I have done. All right, so while she's getting that, she's gonna work on that. Her daughter's gonna help her real fast. So, anyways, welcome to Strategy Tuesdays. It is your girl V, and I do have a special guest with me today. She's so special; she's like a celebrity with me. Bear with her while she gets the technology because we've been working on this for a minute. So it's always something with technology, but that's all right. We're gonna keep it pushing. But anyways, happy Centennial Sorors. And so I just want to introduce my special guest, and it's Soror Mary P. Walker. Okay, she always makes sure you put that P on there. Okay, Mary P. Walker. Oh my goodness, from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hey, Soror, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Uh-oh. No, I still can't hear you. Uh-oh. We got to get the audio going. All right, she's gonna figure out the audio. That's all right. But about let me tell you just a little bit about Mary P. Walker, okay? Cause and she gonna tell the rest. But she is a culture pearl. Now, some of you may know what a culture pearl is, and some of you may not know. You may just mean like, what does all that mean? Is she cultivated or what? But a culture pearl is someone that has a significant status in the Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. And so she has served in Sigma for over, y'all ready? Put your seatbelt on. Over 50 years. 50. 50. Some of your parents is probably around that age. I'm just saying, or your grandma may be around that age. 50. So, but that's not telling you when she actually joined, because she served a lot longer than that. But she's gonna tell us about it when she did. You get your auto on there, Sarah Walker? No. Oh my gosh. Why do we have to have this technology issue today? I tell you. Let me try to pop back out and pop back in, Sarah, so we can be able to hear your voice. Because we gotta hear your voice so we can hear all of your wisdom of what's going on with you in the land of Sigma. Hold on. Let's see. Let's click your microphone. Make sure it doesn't have that X on there. It has the good button. I said the good button, but does it make it seem like it's on there? Let's see. And thank you, daughter. Um, I don't forgot her name that fast. The, thank you, daughter, for helping out, Mama. I appreciate it. We just got to be able to hear her, and what's so funny is we've been I can hear her fine before the music cued on, and then now it's like it cut her mic off. I don't understand. I don't understand. But anyway, so we're gonna figure this out. She's gonna get that. Her daughter is helping her out with the auto, so that way you'll be able to hear her story. Now, y'all know it's Centennial, right? Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated is officially 100 years old. I mean, I don't know what else there is for me to say. I mean, I'm just so excited about that. Very, very, very much, very much, very much excited. Okay, she's gonna work on that. Okay, let me know when you're ready, and I can bring you right on back in. But I do want to say, before we get too far, I get too excited sometimes, and I may have messed it up because I don't have my little cheat sheet in front of me. But I'm gonna do it by my memory. All right, so the opinions of Strategy Tuesdays are solely the principle of myself, and they do not reflect the decisions, leadership, or any affiliates of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. I may have messed that up, but it's a little disclaimer. So, little disclaimer just to let you know of what we're going on with Sigma Gamma Rho. And this is strictly just share the tea with me. Y'all like my shirt? Can y'all see my shirt? Y'all like my shirt? Yes, I got that from Butler. But anyway, so let me tell you when I met Mary P. Walker. Because she gonna when she come on here, honey, she gonna have a lot to tell you. Okay, just brace yourself because you're gonna be like, oh my god, oh my god, yes. But anyway, she has a lot to say. But Mary P. Walker, I met her, long time ago. You know, I joined Sigma back in 2001. Remember, I told you about that, right? And so, ever since I laid eyes on Mary P. Walker, she has always, and when I say always, I mean always been a diva. Literally, no joke. I'm not joking or anything like that. She has always been a diva. Can you hear me now, Mary P? I can't even see your camera. I can't see your face at all. Um, but let me know when you're ready to come back on. But she has always been a diva, a styling diva, not just a diva that's just pretty in the face, but a diva that dressed nice. She always have the most wonderful, wonderful clothes. Everything looks nice. I mean, everything. And the personality and the attitude to match it. Anytime that you see Mary Walker, she's always like, hey, Soror, how you doing? Giving you a smile and a big old hug. And I, I think there's only one time that I've seen her not in heels. One time. One time that I've seen her not in heels. Other than that, she's always in heels. Now she gonna tell you how old she is herself if she wants to share that with you, because that's none of your business about how old she is, how young she is. Let's correct that language, shall we? Okay. Oh, for some reason it's not. I can't. It's all black. It's a black screen. Can you guys see that? It's a black screen, and I can't hear your voice. Oh goodness, we're texting between each other. So something is going on. I don't know why I decided to do this. You know, last week I had some technical. Week before I had, it's like every week in November, there's trying to be some technical difficulties. And I don't know if that's a setup or what it is, but um I'm gonna need them to fix that. Okay. Let me see. Black screen. Yes. And can't hear you. Okay. Um But anyways, we're gonna figure this out. So don't worry, because we've been working on this for the last, to be honest, 40 minutes. I'm not kidding you. I don't know why it's doing this today. But anyway, so with Mary P. Walker, she's from Tulsa. And she'll tell you what chapter she in, but I'm gonna share just a little bit while she's still working on that. And Sora, if you need to try to go out and come back in, that's fine. I don't know what happened. It's like it got too excited. You know, I don't know what took place. Um but Mary P. Walker is from the Alpha Xi Sigma chapter in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And so she has some wonderful, wonderful stories to tell you about Sigma Gamma Rho. And I just would like for her to be able to join her. I'm about to get to the point where I'm gonna call her on the phone. Call her on the phone and be like, let me show your face is holding it like this. Like, Sarah. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so I just want to tell you a little bit about our centennial while we're waiting for this to work for my fellow sister here. Um, for centennial, you know, we were all in. I shouldn't say we were all, but a few of us, a big scoop full of us were in Indy, and we had a time. We had a time. If you haven't seen the videos, some of us are still relaxing. Some of us are still trying to recoup because the sister is tired. Okay, we're tired, but it's all right. We're not finished because 2022 is not at the end yet. And from my understanding and what I saw on our current Centennial International Grand Basilisk, Rashida Liberty, she said we're not through partying until December of 2026. no. She said this until November of 2023, when we are no longer, since when we're no longer 100, when we turn 101. So I agree with her. I agree with her. Okay, let me work on sending this to her. Oh, Detroit. Okay, I'll work on sending it to her again. So I want to just let you know that okay, yeah, I got that right. Um, I just want to let you know that we continue to do big things in Sigma Gamma Rho. If you haven't noticed, you may, I don't know if you missed the the message or what, but in case you did, we continue to do big and better things in Sigma Gamma Rho. And you heard from our international oh goodness, you heard from our international, past international epistolias or epistolias or epistolias. I'm messing it up either way I go. Anyways, you heard from her last year. I mean, not last year, last week, when we were talking about the history of Sigma Gamma Rho and how significant it is. So I'm sending this to you again, ma'am. So hopefully that will work for us this time. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, we're gonna keep it pushing, and hopefully she'll be able to join in, because it'd be cool if I could pause. I guess if you're supposed to pause, you're supposed to look to your left or right. But anyways, I was gonna say it'd be cool if I could pause, like when they do the production team, with the production team on TV, they go to, we'll be right back after this commercial break. And then you have like two or three commercials. But I don't have all that. So, yeah. So here it is. So here it is. You're going to have to work with me. And while we get through all of this, oh, let me see if she's ready. I see you. Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so let me take her my laptop.
Okay. All right. Thank you, daughter.
You're
Appreciate you.
welcome.
And say your name for me again.
It's Dietria, but Dietra's fine.
Dietria.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty.
Thank you.
Dietria. Okay. All right. So hopefully this will work. And we appreciate tech support. We get tech support.
Well,
It's the highlight of our day.
well, I couldn't do any of it. Okay,
I know.
I'm just gonna be all the way.
You say you just gonna be all the way.
I'm just going to be all the way. I could not do any of this without her. Okay,
I
nothing.
know. I understand. Well, thank you so much, and I appreciate your patience, uh, Sarah Walker. Now, Sarah
Okay,
Walker, I already did your introduction,
okay,
so
okay,
you
okay.
you want to tell the people, when did you join Sigma Gamma Rho? Because I was trying to get some people to guess, but nobody
Well,
wanted to guess.
I know it. I had the privilege. In fact, just to be, let's just fast forward. On December the 10th of 2022, I will be celebrating my 56th
Mm,
Sigma versary.
mm, 56. Ooh,
Yes, yes,
56.
yes,
Okay. Sigma
yes.
Versary, and still fine as wine. Boy, I
Yes.
tell you.
And have not spent one moment regretting my decision. Not
Oh,
one
that's
moment.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Oh no, you shouldn't regret your decision. Now for the people that probably didn't do their math, when did you join,
I joined.
back in what university, I mean?
I joined an Iota Chapter on the campus of Langston University in December the 10th, 1966.
Mm, 1966. Woo, that's a good year. That's a
Oh
good
yes,
year.
oh yes, oh yes.
December 10th. Okay. And
Okay.
Iota. So she's Iota maid.
Iota made, and I still have my certificate of authenticity.
Oh my Lord.
Oh
It's
yes,
still in good shape, isn't it?
in good shape. Yes.
So how many sorors joined with you back in
Well, we
1966?
had 11 saras to cross over
What?
in that. I have the privilege of having a line sister who is one of my besties, and we've been friends for oh for about 60 years. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 60 years.
That's a good
And
friend.
and we're still in Iota, and we went through in Iota at Iota chapter, but we're still in Alpha Psi Sigma chapter.
Okay.
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 And I want to say something else too. What the our regional syntacty paid our dues when we graduated in when I graduated in 69, in 1969. And therefore I was financial for that next year. I
Mm-hmm.
have now uninterrupted service financially and service wise since I've been a member.
Mm.
Okay.
56 whole years.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
that is
Absolutely.
so amazing.
Yes.
You know, Reggie, your brother-in-law said to me earlier. He said, as long as you've been a member, you didn't pay for a house or a
Oh
car or
yeah.
something.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
Oh yeah.
you didn't pay for at least two of them
Oh yes. Oh yes. And I've been a life member since I think 88,
since
1988.
88.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's the year my sister was born. Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Since 88, life member 451. Want to
Mhm.
make sure we put
Absolutely.
that life
Absolutely.
number out there.
All
Now,
right.
so you said 11. Oh my gosh.
11.
Um,
And
uh,
but what was so unique about those 11 is that when we joined, there were only three sorors on campus.
mm,
Three. And those three ladies celebrated Sigma in such a way that it just blew the rest of the campus out. I mean, it was just so amazing how hard they worked, how they loved on us and
mm-hmm.
helped us navigate the process. And they did a lot of community service by themselves, just the three
Wow.
of them. And they taught us really what quality more than quantity really meant. Okay.
Mm,
Quality more than quantity. And they just with all of the signature projects that we had and had us involved in it, especially with the village of Langston, Oklahoma. So
definitely, definitely. So with that phrase, the quantity, no,
quality,
quality over
not quantity, right?
not quantity. Can you explain how that, what does that mean to you?
Well, the stressing was that we needed to first be good scholars because we were students first. And so we had really set time, study time,
Mm-hmm.
and they were advocates of study time. Then once that was done, they were strong advocate of giving back to the community in service. And so we spent time making baskets for children. We read to some of the senior citizens, and we also made cards that we were able to send on behalf of some of the senior citizens in Langston, Oklahoma,
Mm,
for
okay.
them. Some that had challenges writing, and we were able to do the envelopes and even write little messages inside for them on that. And that was giving back to the community on that. We did the food drives as well. And then we had socks and gloves that we were able to give to people that needed them as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Okay. So you've always been about service.
Yes.
So were you about service before you even became a Sigma woman?
Well, I have a unique background. I had a very traumatic teenage life that really started when my dad left us, and I
Okay.
became the woman of the house
Mm-hmm.
uh, with my mother who was disabled. and I had a younger sister and a niece that lived with us. So there were three girls and my mom. And from that standpoint, I had a number of teachers, church, mothers of the church that wrapped their arms around me and loved on me in such a way that they challenged me to do my best all the time, to always do my best, but that I was not alone, that I had their support. And they
Mm-hmm.
supported me across the board. I remember one distinct one lady that had about 6 or 7 children, and her husband was an alcoholic and would work, but on weekends he would have that weekend drunk part. But she sent me a little $5 crumpled up $5 bill in an envelope while I was in college and said to me, just do your best. God's got the rest. And
Oh.
I have never forgotten her or the situation of that. And so she challenged me to give back. So now I started with the pledging process, and we pledged. That was before the hazing concept or whatever. So I was involved in that. But I've always wanted to give back to somebody. So I've been
Mhm.
mentoring ever since I can remember. And
Wow.
Sigma Gamma Rho just offered a better opportunity for mentoring, and especially through our Roar Club. I mean, that has been such a strong suit of all of our projects. I've always thought about our teenage young ladies that needed to have some people pour into them a desire to aspire to do
Hmm.
the best that they could. And when I think about our projects, I think about the Roar Club and our youth symposium as my signature part. And I have not missed. Now, of course, COVID did not allow us to do the interaction in the last couple of
Right.
years. But
Right.
before that, I never missed a youth symposium and an opportunity to be a role model for our teenage girls.
Oh wow. Oh wow. So that's your favorite project
My
is
favorite project.
with
Yes.
the
Yes.
teenagers and
Yes.
definitely youth symposium and always giving back. Now, Sarah Walker, I know you've probably had several positions throughout these 56 years. You probably covered all of them, right? Just
Not
about.
quite. Not quite. I shied away from a few of the positions. Okay. But I probably served as bacillus more than the other. And the second was anti-bacillus, which
Mhm.
was my next favorite because I had an opportunity to be a part of the process for several young ladies. In fact, we had a meeting not too long ago, and they asked, say, well, who who brought you into Sigma Gamma Rho? And I, I think I hold the record for the chapter of the
Oh,
most. Okay, on that. Okay. So, and I've continued to hold it over the years on that.
well,
But
that's good.
for the last uh, 2 terms, I've had an opportunity to serve as chaplain, and I did have a regional position as a chaplain. So I would say that was the most rewarding, uh, was serving as chaplain and getting a chance to mentor and minister to our sorors who just simply were going through some things or
Hmm.
who may have lost loved ones. And so it's hard to say which one was best. I probably the hardest was bacillus. Okay. The hardest was keeping up with all of the guidelines and facilitating a number of things and making sure we did what we were supposed to do. But I do have to say that chaplain was a, a great experience for me.
Definitely, definitely.
Yes.
Okay. I would give that to you. I would give that to you. So, I'm still kind of blown away by 11. I guess I did. Did I know that, or did I forget that? I just
Oh,
didn't
well,
know.
we've got the proof. We went through the yearbook, and so you will be seeing when Sarah Marshall and I celebrate this December the 10th. You will be hearing a lot about Iota Chapter
Okay.
and in 1966.
In
Yes, ma'am.
1966. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. And I would love to see some pictures because
Oh, yes,
like I
yes.
was sharing earlier,
Yeah.
since I've known you, you've always been a styling diva. I mean, I
Okay.
can't tell if you ever had a bad day because you can never tell. But always you've always been a woman of class. Um, even just the way you dress and carry yourself. And what I had mentioned earlier is that you always had on heels. I think it's only
Oh,
one
oh
time
yes, oh
I
yes.
saw you without heels. But
Yeah,
other than that, you always have on heels.
but I do like to step. I
You
do,
do like,
I
oh,
do.
is that the word? Like to step? Did y'all hear that? She likes to step. See,
I
these
like
young
to
folks say slay. I don't know what that
no,
is,
no,
but step is the word.
step,
Y'all heard it from
step.
here.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
But
that's
but
wonderful.
being a member of Sigma Gamma Rho and surrounded by the sisters that I have, it's easy to love the Saras that I'm a part of,
Mhm.
and especially the state of Oklahoma. I can't say enough about the Saras in the state of Oklahoma. I tell you, I have been so proud to be a part of it, and we, regardless of whether it's Zeta Chi, or whether it's Gamma Mu or Epsilon Omega,
Mhm.
it does not matter. When we
Right.
get together, it's all about having a good time. Okay,
Yeah.
all about having a good time. So,
Definitely, definitely. So, did you enjoy your centennial? I mean, I know we're still
oh,
celebrating.
oh, we're still celebrating. We're
Right.
still celebrating. In fact, well, Sarah came over this morning and we had a little breakfast and saluted our centennial this morning. Okay,
Okay.
but we had a wonderful weekend, and we will be celebrating throughout the 2022.
Right.
Okay,
That's
so yes, so November still has a few days.
yes,
Okay,
it does.
yes,
It does.
yes.
So we just have to take a few naps every now and
Yeah,
then
in between, just in between. So,
right,
but
and regroup ourselves.
right.
So I wanted to ask you, during the time frame of 1966,
Okay.
what was, because I learned a lot of history, going to
Right, right,
tour Butler and walking in the footsteps of the founders.
right,
But
right.
back in 1966, what do you feel, or do you even feel like there were some challenges for you,
Yeah.
um, at Langston or even just
No,
in Oklahoma? Because I know you're
well,
at an
well,
HBCU, so.
well, not at Langston, but let me tell you, I have a master's degree plus about 47 hours, but I got such a solid bachelor's degree from Langston University, and our professors loved on us. They
Mhm.
would not allow us to fail. I mean, it was just if our grade if we were not measuring up, we got a talking to, okay, as they call it. We were pulled into conference and we were told, look, you are African American, you cannot be just good. You've got to
Mm,
be better than good, because your good in measurement was not going to be good enough. So we had to be better than good. Okay. And so average was not an option. Okay.
right.
For it. But in addition to that, I graduated from high school in 65 during the civil rights movement. So there were a number of things. In Oklahoma, I have to admit, Oklahoma was one of the last states to integrate, even
Mhm.
with the 65 and the civil rights movement. And so we were part of the regime that marched in Oklahoma City with Clara Looper and the sit-ins. So I was a part of that as well. Now, I thank God, because of my relationship with him, I didn't walk away with hatred and the other kinds of things that some people did. I could maintain my relationship with God, but I knew it was wrong, that we
Mm.
were wronged as a people. And so, but what it did for me was it shifted me into gear that said, don't half step it. You've got to get your act together. So I had to do well in my classes. I had to represent even on the job, because I knew that there would be maybe Black women or Blacks in general who wanted jobs. And when I learned even then that when Blacks do things well,
Mm.
it's spoken about in a singular tone. Okay.
Okay.
When
Okay.
okay, when one Black does something wrong, it's spoken about or referred to in plural. It says
Mm.
Blacks, even though one Black may have done it, it says Blacks. And that was a reference the way I was brought up. So I had to be a role model. I had to make sure that now my Christian belief was my plumb line. And so I couldn't clown. I say it like that. I just couldn't clown, period. But on the job, and the job that I didn't accept less than my best.
Mm.
I did not. And so as a result of it, I feel that the racism and the other kinds of things was good for me because I didn't succumb to that. Instead, I stepped up my game.
Right.
I stepped up my game because I knew that even my best was going to be judged, may have been judged unfairly. And so
Mm.
I had to always do my best. And I had to always think about my other brothers and sisters that may have come behind me. And I
Right.
wanted to make sure that I set a good role model on that. And of course, I chose the teaching profession. So in education, I was also able to be out front and in education and encourage uh, everyone, but especially my African American sisters and brothers. I had to be
Definitely.
that role model. But it was easy for me because of all the opportunities that God gave me. I mean, I really, I have to admit that very few jobs I even applied for. I was,
Wow.
when I got my first administrative position, the president of the college called me the day that the position closed and said, I am in HR right now and I do not see your application in the pool.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So that's the kind of favor that I've been given. You see what I'm saying? So for him
Yeah.
to say, I am in HR and I don't see your application, said, I want you to apply for this job. Okay.
Definitely.
And of course, I was able to compete and get the job on that. But I'm sorry. I've had favor. I have. I've had a
Well, you,
great
you don't
career.
need to apologize for
Great
that,
career.
Sarah Walker, because
So I
that
retired
favor
in
is needed.
2011 and I'm back working now part time. So
Right.
yes, and enjoying it. So
So you retired and then came back.
and
So
came
you
back to the
right.
college. Yes,
So
yes.
you're not quite ready to retire.
Well, it's part time though now. It's
Okay.
part time. Yeah.
So you work when you want to, sort of.
Yeah. It's a, it's a, so, but I love Sigma Gamma Rho. I love the sisterhood. I love our signature projects, and I work very, very hard with my sisters and and are getting our job done. And so,
Mm,
yeah.
definitely, definitely get. And you've always been working. I
Oh,
mean, I don't.
always,
Do you
always.
ever take a break?
Well, I don't need much. I don't need many breaks.
You
Okay.
don't need many
I
breaks.
don't need many breaks. So, and our projects are they're spread out. So, yeah, we'll be getting ready for our Operation Big Book Bag. I think that's going to be our first project for 2023, and so we'll be ready. I'm not chairing now. thank God we've got enough sorors now that I don't have to chair. So all
You,
I do is just do what I'm told. And
oh, oh, now they're telling you what to do. Isn't that
well,
funny?
yeah, oh yeah, and I'm enjoying it now every
You
minute.
enjoy.
Okay, every minute. Yes.
Oh my goodness. So with you in teaching, was teaching always your career goals, or
Yeah.
did that
In
kind
fact,
of
I believe that teachers are called. I
mm,
don't believe that just anybody can teach. Now, some people
hmm
think that, but I don't think so. And so I feel that was my first love. Now, I did my last 20 years I served as an administrator, but I always taught at least one overload class so that I could keep the pulse and I knew what the faculty were experiencing on that.
hmm
Teaching is my first love. That's it. That's
That's
it. So
it.
yeah, and I I I, I am where I am today because of teachers who poured into me, and as I mentioned, not just with Langston, but I see. I went through a segregated. I was one of the ones who went through a segregated learning environment until I took my first integrated situation in graduate school. Okay,
Oh,
the first time I was in a classroom with a white student or having a white professor.
oh wow.
This was in graduate school.
In
All
graduate
of the
school.
other experiences that I had were all black.
Hmm. Okay. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, all of it. And it was all, I mean, it was just, it was a sign of the times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when they were asking about experiences, I couldn't really say anything. I didn't know anything about that because I'd never been in a classroom. I didn't have a white instructor at all
Mm-hmm.
until
Mm-hmm.
graduate school.
Into graduate school.
Right. Right.
And where did you do your graduate work?
I have my master's is from Northeastern State University, and then I
Okay.
have 30 hours postmasters from University of Tulsa.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So let's backtrack a little bit because I know we got real in depth on that question, and I appreciate all the history. I love learning about history and just being able to understand the mindset of being in that time frame because everyone's mindset is different and everybody's experience is different. So with Sigma Gamma Rho, what drew you to Sigma? Because
Oh,
I know you said
those
those
three ladies, I
those
really,
three
I'm
ladies.
serious. And you know, the one thing that and even in my recruiting process, and as I told you, I'm one of the greatest recruiters, you know,
Right.
I do ask if they know the Lord, and I put God first, okay. But after that, I want to know: are you connected with, you know, a Greek letter organization? And of course,
Hmm.
I'm the strong advocate for Sigma Gamma Rho. But what drew me was that, and I say to even young ladies that are interested in Sigma Gamma Rho, you should never join an organization to be somebody. You ought to feel good about you first. Okay. You ought to be your strongest advocate. Okay. That means you want the best for yourself
Mm.
first.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing is because so many people poured so much into me, I feel that I owe it to pour into somebody else. I need to give someone they I when you're looking around, you see so many other things, so many negative things, and so many different things. I want to be a part of the solution and not the problem.
Oh, I like
Okay.
them.
I want to be a part of the solution. So I've been mentoring all of my life ever since I came through Langston. I have been pouring into young women primarily. I do have some community daughters, and I have some community sons that I've poured into as well. I have two biological sons and no biological daughters, but I do have those community daughters, and I just believe that we need to give back. Uh, where much is given, I feel that much is required, and
Mm,
I have been given so much, and so that's what I feel is the strongest thing, is giving back some positive things, making people, helping people to see their self-worth, and then helping them move from there. Okay, their self-worth. And that may be teaching, that may be whatever it is on it, but I'm a teacher by heart, but I do know that there's so many respective professions, and I just believe that everyone has one. And I'm also an advocate of assessments, finding out where your strengths and weaknesses are and your skill sets. And so while I'm back at the college part time, I'm an academic success coach, is what I do now. But
okay.
I'm always encouraging students, go to the counseling center, do some assessments, find out where your strengths and weaknesses are, find out those gifts that you have and the talents, and spend some time developing them. And so
Mm,
that's what drives me. That's what drove me to Sigma Gamma Rho as well, because I saw it as an opportunity to pour into others what was poured into me. And so if
mm,
anyone asked me that was it. That was
that
it.
was it.
And
Oh,
the sisterhood is definitely an avenue where we can be advocates of each other. The other thing, let me say this: young, I told you that I mentor. I have some young sons, the community sons. When guys do things, uh, they can be, like the locker room talk, and they can be in there bragging about what they got going on, and they would pat them on the back and cheer them on, and know their line,
mm.
okay? But but women, we have not yet arrived to celebrating each other in the way we should.
I
We could
love
do
that.
better in celebrating each other. That means if you if you can sing and you actually sang the song well, give her props. Let her know she did a great job.
Right.
On that. I'm not talking about false things. I'm not talking about that. But there are so many talented women, and we need to learn how to celebrate each other. And the
Hmm.
sisterhood is the perfect opportunity to celebrate each other, encourage, teach, train, whatever it is, the gifts we have. All of us has something that we can give. Every
Mm,
one of us has something that we can give to encourage someone else. And I just think we need to spend more time doing that,
yeah,
celebrating women,
I love that. Celebrating with uplifting.
uplifting,
Uplift.
encouraging, okay,
Hmm.
strengthening. And so if someone's going through a bad time, you know, let's, put your arms around her, pray for her,
Right.
encourage her. Say it can, it needs to be better. So say it's going to get
Hmm.
better,
It's
and
going
pray
to
that
get
it
better.
will get better.
That's true. That is true. I love that. Blessed and highly favored.
Just, yes, yes, absolutely.
And I don't want to share just this other segment, if that's okay, Soror
Yeah.
Walker.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
That you are a breast cancer survivor.
Yes, I am a proud survivor, because the term survivor says that we're still here.
We're still here, still
We're still
fighting.
here.
Yes.
And man, okay. First, let me say this. I have had 11 surgeries, and I went on my chart because I just went to the doctor today. 11 surgeries. Okay. And I'm still here. Okay.
Hmm.
The breast cancer allowed me to see number one, how good our God is, okay, because I am a survivor and I was able to get the surgery that I needed. But the main thing about it was that they caught it in 0 to 1 stage because I got my mammogram.
Mm.
I got my mammogram on chart, but I have a sorority sister who is my primary physician, Dr. Suzanne Thompson, and I don't mind saying that. And she does not play. She's saying she's not just the doctor. She wants her patients to live and live good lives. So
Right.
she walks the talk line. And when I get my lab report, she gets on the phone. She doesn't let her nurse do it. She gets on the phone and says, "You're hydrated, you're this, you're this." And if I'm not, it's something she's saying, "You didn't do this, you need to do better on this, you need
Right.
to do better on that." So I have to admit that. I have the best primary doctor possible. But I also am obedient because I love me and
Mm.
I take care of me and I follow the guidelines and I drink my water, I do my exercises, I take my vitamins and my medications as scheduled. I don't play with that because
Right.
I don't want to just live. I want quality of life.
I
So
love it.
quality, I want to live, and as long as I live, I want to be a strong person in
Mm.
that. And so, because I had my mammogram, because they detected it early, because I was able to get the kind of help that I needed to have, then I'm here to tell the story. Okay. And
Yes,
so
definitely.
I mean, yeah. And so twice cancer survivor, and ended up with a double mastectomy, but God is good. And so,
Hmm.
yeah.
All the time. Yes,
Yes.
he
And
is.
and to be let me add that you were talking about age. November the 29th, I will be 75 years old.
Uh-oh, she done told a secret.
I've told the secret. I told the secret. And I'm proud. I'm proud to say that 75
75.
rolling up, okay?
Oh my goodness, that's right around the corner.
Right around the
Oh,
corner. Yeah, a couple
do
weeks.
you have plans for your birthday,
Not
especially
this
with?
one. I did the a 70th. I did that, but
Okay,
this one I'm it's going to be a little bit low key on
okay,
me. Yeah. Just the
okay.
family.
Just
Yeah.
the family. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. That's
Now,
all
now
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
And plus, you still recuperating from Centennial, so you
Well,
kind of.
I'm still recuperating from the Centennial, and we had a blast last
Mhm.
weekend. We had a good time. So,
Well, that's good. That's good. So, Mary Walker, I do appreciate you coming on Share the Tea Tuesdays. I mean, it's been I want to say a jewel to me because I cherish you. I
well,
cherish you so much, and you and my other cut up diva, Sarah Marcy Mackey.
Marcy Mackey and Wyvon Marshall, I know it. I mean,
Yeah,
now see, Sarah Mackey though, she will be, I think, 82,
she's not 80, is she?
82, I think,
She
in
gonna get you
December,
for
December
telling her.
20th. Yeah. Oh
She gonna
yes.
get you for telling her age
Oh
on
no, she
the
doesn't. She
word.
doesn't mind. She does
Oh,
not
she does
mind.
not. Okay, I don't want her
No,
to
no,
have
more,
to be.
no. Wyvon and Marcine and I do not mind. No, no, not at all.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
no, no, it's not. No, she will say that. Okay, yeah.
okay. I
Oh
know
yeah,
they're your best friends
they're
and
my
myself.
best friends. Over 50 years for Marcine and me,
Mm.
and and
And so
and
she'll be 82 in December.
December 20th. Yes, yes.
Oh,
So we spend a lot of time celebrating birthdays. Wyvon was 75 on September 29th. So we,
okay.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, that's special. Oh yeah, they
That's
don't mind. They don't mind talking about it. No, we don't mind talking about it.
right. And just to talk about Sarah Mackey, she is such a dancer. I
Now,
mean,
you should have seen her in Centennial. Now that's what you missed. You missed it
I missed it.
in
I saw
Tulsa.
I
Yes.
saw a little video. I said, "Oh, look at it! Look at it!"
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Saturday. Yeah, oh yeah. She's stepping.
Oh my gosh, I love that
Yeah.
because you just have to have that. I don't know what kind of spirit that is, but it's such a positive, wholesome spirit to where it's enjoyable to be around you guys,
Oh yeah.
all three of
Oh,
you,
oh yeah.
and every time I'm around, it doesn't matter if you guys are in Oklahoma City or in Tulsa, it's a joy. It always
And
is.
and she hated she couldn't come to area meeting, but we're getting there. We're getting
Oh,
there.
it's okay. It's okay. We've seen you at plenty of them. So
Oh yes, of course. And
of course, yes, definitely. So let me ask you one last question in regards to Sigma Gamma Rho. Since we just turned 100,
right.
in your mind, where would you like to see, or what would you like to see Sigma Gamma Rho go to,
Well,
like in the next so many years?
probably. I have to admit, I'm the Roar Club and now the Rosebud
Mm-hmm.
uh, young ladies. I like to see us focus on what we can do more in mentoring
Okay.
of our young people, and especially pushing scholarship and even the STEM program because if and I'm seeing it more because I'm an educator by let's say by birth really I believe it even though my parents had a third grade and a fifth grade education but um I want to see us where young ladies can say that we made a difference, that they have maybe were wavering on some things, but because we stepped into their lives and poured things into their lives and encouraged them, that they will be the best they can be.
Mm,
And so I'm looking at not where used to be male dominated professions. I'm looking at this getting the assessments, finding out what they want to do, and excelling in all of those areas. And that
mm,
would be so. I if all they see are the negatives around them, what aspirations will they have? And
mm. Good
and and and
question.
and and and, and in addition to that, young men as well, because I'm seeing now that if a young man who is comes from a single parent family, which is probably a female, there are no black men majoring in elementary education. They're very, very few. If there's no male in the home and there's no male in preschool, which is usually not, it's all females.
Mm-hmm.
There's usually not males in elementary school. The first time they will come in contact with a male faculty member may be in middle school and he may not be black.
Mm,
Okay. Okay. So high school, a little bit more because of the coaches and everything. But if he's not in sports and maybe not get him for history or whatever the major he has in it, he may not come in contact with. So where are the role models then? And
mm,
that's what I'm concerned about is getting first our young ladies aspiring to be the best they can be and choosing majors that whatever their interests and aptitudes are, but identifying what they are and getting behind them and encouraging them to be that. And then the same thing for encouraging our young men. Okay. But we need to encourage our males and our divine nine fraternities to be better role models for our young men because I'm very concerned about the young men.
mm. Okay.
Okay. And so if anything that's tearing at my heart right now is looking at our African American males,
Mm-hmm.
looking at our African American males and having had a couple of sons and God bless me with them on that to pursue and to excel and to go on and do what mama said as far as finish school and in college and everything. But I just see so many not having the opportunities and the encouragement.
Right.
And they need that. But our young ladies also need the mentoring process as well. And to know that there's more than there's to aspire to be the best they can be, and that we're behind them and encouraging them, and they're not alone.
Right.
Because they may come from very, very unique home lives that may not be very positive at all.
That's true.
And so if they can see us loving on them and encouraging them, then my philosophy is that if you raise the level of a young lady, you have raised the level of that whole family and any children that she may have. Okay.
So it reaches a
It
generation.
reaches a generation that anytime we can be, it can impact that and do. I think the term is trajectory, but to just let them see that there are some things that they can aspire to be. And I'm not talking about just college educations, because we got trade schools and everything. I want them to find their niche, whatever that niche is, but to be behind them and say, don't settle at all. Be the best that you can be on that. So that's mine.
Well, I appreciate yours. Yes. Now, I don't know if everybody received all of this information, because you may have to listen to this segment not once but twice, just so that way you can get all of the wisdom that Soror Mary P. Walker has given you, because that was a lot of information. I mean, I don't want to have to go back through it, but just from the generation to the civil rights to the education, I mean, there's a lot. That is a lot. And so, Sarah, I appreciate you coming on Share the Tea Tuesdays. You know I can talk to you forever.
I know, but I thank you, Vanilla. You know, you my girl. You will always be my girl, okay? And I'm glad to be your Soror and friend. I am so proud.
Thank you.
And every time we get together, you already know.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I sure do.
And if I can ever do anything for you, please don't hesitate to reach out to me.
Oh, okay. Most definitely. Most definitely. I do want to say real quick before I wrap up everything that this whole entire week I am doing Powered on Dimes, which is a partnership with March of Dimes. And so it is Prematurity Awareness Month. And so I'm asking for your support while you're watching my live streams or my videos on Share the Tea Tuesdays or even on Share the Tea platform. And so I'm asking if you have a donation of $7, any donation, it doesn't matter which amount, that you can always click that link and donate to the team, which is my team, Share the Tea with me. And all funds go to and support March of Dimes. And so I do appreciate everyone tuning in to Share the Tea Tuesdays. And remember to be intentional, to be insightful, and definitely be impactful. Until next week.
All right.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.